From Halverson Field at Churchill High School, it's Friday night high school football action again. The Crater Comets going up the road to Eugene to take on the Churchill Lancers. Happy to have you along with us here on Table Rock Sports. I'm Chris Clayton. Thanks for joining us here in this live stream event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and businesses sponsors who make these live presentations possible. This is the Lithia Superstore pregame show presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. It's Crater and Churchill. Last year, actually the last 3 years, these teams have gone down to the wire. A 26-24 victory last year down in Central Point. Crater was able to take down Churchill. The previous 2 years, those games also within just a possession. Since 2013 in 9 matchups, the home teams have won every game. Crater with a slight edge at 5-4 over Churchill. So everything on paper pointing to this one being a close competitive game again here in 2024. Crater led by second-year head coach Seth Womack. A Comets team that went 4-6 last year and is off to a fantastic start. Crater 3-1 and 2-1 in the Midwestern League so far. Churchill led by Lane Coffin, the second-year head coach, a 2-1 start to the season. Pre-game show continues next here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Discover luxurious Karastan flooring at Lippert's Carpet One. The flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Savings with Style event, experience the luxury of Karastan and capture the lowest prices of the year. With savings up to $1,000 back on beautiful flooring and pay no interest for 18 full months during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Hi, Rod here. Are you tired of sleeping on a hot, miserable mattress? It's time to save on a cool, comfortable night's sleep from Medford Mattress. Discover the full line of Beauty Rest with advanced cooling technology and the super comfortable Beauty Rest Black. Great sleep is a luxury you deserve. If you want to save on a cool, comfortable, healthy night's sleep, now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
Back at Halverson Field here at Churchill. Crater and Churchill going toe-to-toe here on Table Rock Sports. Happy to have you along with us as we roll along with our Lithia Superstore pregame show presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. These two battling the last few years down to the wire, hoping to have another close game here. Crater looking for a bounce back. A tough result last week for the Comets on Friday, a 34-8 loss at the hands of Roseburg. The Roseburg rushing attack able to break loose and rack up 445 yards on the ground. Crater's going to have their hands full once again here today against a Churchill team that's been able to put up some really strong numbers this year. The Lancers offensively averaging about 35 points per game. So we'll see if Seth Womack and this Comets defense can sink back in and have a better showing here this week. Churchill's coming off a bye, so they'll come into this one a little bit more fresh. They're off to a 2-1 start, 2-0 in conference play thus far this season in the Midwestern League. Still very early on this year, but these type of games with these two teams on paper appear to be close and competitive duel. These games are crucial. Crater and Churchill, two teams that are very experienced. A lot of talent back for these two teams. In particular, Crater. This is a team that only lost 5 seniors from last year's team. They returned 7 players that were all Midwestern lead selections a year ago. So the Comets were able to use that experience, and they got up to a fantastic start. A 3-0 start to the season for Crater was the best since 2015 when they made it all the way to the state semifinals and were ranked number 2. Trying for a bounce-back effort after last week's loss at the hands of Roseburg. Early on this year for the Lancers, their lone loss coming at Marist, who's one of the best teams in 4A, ranked number 3. It was a close one, 33-30 the final. Churchill very much getting back on track. 44-13 win over Springfield. And a couple weeks ago, they won 30-6 at Roseburg. So the Lancers have been able to put up some really impressive numbers and are looking for another strong showing today. They're led by second-year head coach Lane Coffin. You run kind of a double-wing shotgun spread offense that's proven to have a lot of success for the Lancers the last couple years. Crater, of course, led by the play of Valentin Rodriguez, their star running back who has rushed for more than 800 yards through 4 games. Rodriguez, 824 yards rushing in 4 games this year for the Crater Comets. They're going to need his rushing attack once again here today. Ben Higginson, the quarterback, had a rushing touchdown last week as well. Seth Womack trusts him to throw the ball as well. The senior does have a 60% completion percentage on the season, so he can sling it when necessary. Our Lithia Superstore pregame show presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon continues. In what would be a big win for these teams trying to build momentum early on in the season. Starters for the Crater offense. Let's give you that group here as we progress towards kickoff. Valentin Rodriguez, the senior, of course the starting running back, going in numerical order here offensively. Jackson Godley, Ben Higginson, Terrius Allen, Kyle Petty, Damian Dean, Tyler Hathaway, Travis Eggy, Giovanni Gonzalez, Parker Kinky, Regan Gowen, and Jacoby Cole. I should say Regan Gowen and Jacoby Cole, the starters for the Comets offense. The Lancers defensively, Lucas Babbitt, TJ Wright, Ryder Nagel, Aiden Pangolinin, the senior, Nick Miller, Asa Krebs, Ben Kluth, Ethan Vang, Kellen Hooker, and Mikey Johnson. That's the starting 11 for the Churchill Lancers defense. That's been strong this year, averaging just 17 points allowed per game. Getting close to kickoff here in front of a great crowd on hand at Churchill High School. Just wrapping up the Lithia Superstore pregame show presented by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Happy to have you along with us here on this TableRockSports.net event. Joe Brett, our executive producer. I'm Chris Clayton, Saul Galvan, our camera operator here today. And here we go. Churchill in their black uniforms and white helmets with the blue accents. For Crater, they'll come out with their white helmets, white tops, orange numbers, and black and orange pants. Kyle Petty and Jackson Godley back to receive for the Comets. It's Charlie Dexter, the junior, to kick it off for Churchill. A hungry Lancers team. They went 3-6 last year, but lost 3 games by just 1 possession, including a 2-point loss at the hands of Crater. Coming off a bye week. Let's see how Crater handles it. Off to its best start in nearly a decade. The kickoff from Dexter, and we're underway. Deep to Godley, who retrieves it for the Crater Comets. Looking for room. Godley trying to get outside, and he's taken down at the 15-yard line. That's where the first drive of the game starts for Crater. So not great field position to start this one off. The Comets offense led by senior quarterback Ben Higginson. Mentioned earlier, he had a rushing touchdown last week, 60% completion percentage on the year. But their success really rides on the offensive line and opening up holes for Valentin Rodriguez. And they give it to him on the first carry. Look at him barrel forward. Rodriguez has a strong gain of 8 yards. And that's just terrific blocking. Obviously, Rodriguez gets a lot of shine on this Crater team for his stats he's putting up. Because there's a quick run up the middle and a first down again for Crater. Time about 3 yards for Rodriguez, but I was going to say that offensive line is crucial. There's 3 returning starters for the Comets on that O-line from a year ago, opening up holes. They go right back to him. Rodriguez meandering through, and another chunk, 8 yards for Rodriguez. You're thinking, man, he's touching the ball a lot. Well, that's kind of how Crater rolls. A couple weeks ago, Valentin Rodriguez had 60 carries in a game, a school record. They go right back to him. And a first down for the Comets out across the 40-yard line. Mark him right at the 40. And a gain of 3 more. You heard that right. A couple weeks ago, Rodriguez, 60 carries, 448 yards and 4 touchdowns in one game. A win at Springfield, 45-37. Little misdirection. Higginson looking to keep it, taken down to the backfield. Kind of looked like that play was blown up. Kyle Petty was coming across as if he was going to take a handoff. Higginson just swallowed the ball and was taken down for a loss of a yard. And now they go left side, and it's a short gain of about 3 yards to Rodriguez. And he is down and shaken up. The last player you want to see down for the Comets. 5 carries, 25 yards to start the game for Valentin Rodriguez. Check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 1079. Streaming live at the acesportsradio.com, featuring 5 live NFL games a week, the Ace Sports Radio. Rodriguez sitting up under his own power. He was a second-team All-State selection last year. Rodriguez slowly walking off as the trainer walks alongside him as they head to the sideline. There's 10:24 to go in this first quarter. First drive of the game, and the Comets have moved the ball up to the 42-yard line. 6 plays so far in a drive that started at their own 15. This is a 3rd and 8 for the Comets. Without their star running back, Rodriguez. Still have that big old line in front. Higginson looking to run right side. Towards the sideline, Higginson twirled and thrown down. And a tackle from Lucas Babbitt, the junior. That's a pickup of about 4 yards there for Higginson. And it'll be 4th and 4. See how Crater handles this at their own 46-yard line. The Comets offense averaging 31 points per game so far this year. Could be a pooch punt here. Maybe Crater's going for it. They will go for it. Higginson looking to run up the middle. Puts the shoulder down, and he's got the first down across midfield. That's a 6-yard gain on 4th and 4. Really trust that O-line in the middle of the field. And you understand why. Opening up a big hole there and getting the first down for the Comets. Trying to see if I can get a glimpse of Rodriguez on the sideline. As it stands, they still have some weapons, including the quarterback, Higginson, on the near side, trying to cut it up. Down he goes. It's a no gain for Higginson. He's bottled up well, led by T.J. Wright, the junior. Higginson going 4 carries for 9 yards thus far. The senior quarterback.
That's a good idea.
Craters had no trouble moving the football. Even last year with their 4-6 record, average about 25 points per game. It was their defense that let them down at times. His opponents averaged 36 points per game last year against Crater. Their offense moving well here early. They hand it off on a misdirection to Petty. Nowhere to go for him. Deep in the backfield. That's a loss of 4 yards as he's blown up by TJ Wright. It'll be a 3rd and long now at 8:33 to go in this first quarter. 3rd and 13 for Crater at their own 48-yard line. The Crater offense thrusts into an obvious passing down here. They have Will Maddox coming out wide on the near side. One-on-one coverage with Asa Krebs. Let's see if they try and go there on 3rd and 14. The near side of your screen. New quarterback is in there. And here's a throw downfield. That's Taryn Kane Cruz, the senior who came in to throw. Overthrew the wideout, incomplete. Now the quarterback, Ben Higginson, will come back in. And it's 4th and 14. So Crater's first drive of the game. Looks like it'll stall out. Higginson gets the punt away. Bounces at the 20, takes a Crater bounce. It's fielded cleanly. Looking for a lane. A flag comes flying in on the TJ Wright return out to the 28-yard line, but this one's coming back on maybe a blindside block there. So Churchill's first drive of the game will start with 8:04 to go in the first quarter, and will begin. Depends on where they determine the penalty took place. It looked like it was inside the 20. I think this one will be half the distance, probably about the 14-yard line. So 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which took place way down at the 20. So the ball's put at the 10-yard line for the Churchill offense instead of the 28. It's the Lancers offense with a lot of firepower, and it's led by the tailback, Seville Posse. Watch for him. He takes the ball in the first carry. Left side, Posse trying to break through. Look at him drive the legs. Posse with a tough run of 7 yards. All this talk about Valentin Rodriguez. Well, Posse's a star running back in his own right. Last game, I should say, a couple weeks ago at Roseburg, 33 carries, 184 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Seville Posse. Honorable mention All-State last year as a running back and linebacker. Didn't get the start this week on defense, but he's there offensively with another carry. Trying to string it outside, and he's got the first down. So that's a 6-yard pickup for Posse and a fresh set of downs for the Lancers. And Churchill, again, coming in second in the Midwestern League with 35 points per game. They're led by head coach Lane Coffin, who is a very accomplished coach in the state of Idaho. Valley View and Century High Schools. 124 wins, 2 state titles. Comes over to Churchill in his second year at the helm, and the Lancers are off to a great start. Quick throw this time on the left side. That's complete. The quarterback is Lucas Ganson, the junior. He completes it for a gain of 7 yards. Complete out wide to TJ Wright. The first pass completion of this game. And it's 2nd and 3. Ganson fakes. He's looking to throw. Got a man downfield, but he chucks it short, and it's dropped by Posse. It looked like he had Lucas Babbitt leaking out behind the defense. Crater, I think, dodged a bullet there as Ganson couldn't see him or didn't feel comfortable making that throw. And a little bit of pressure, of course, bearing down on him from the Comets, too. So it's 3rd and 3 now. 6:42 to go in this first quarter. This Midwestern League duel between Churchill and Crater. They go to Posse, trying to bounce it outside. There goes Seville Posse, putting on this stiff arm. And he's chucked out at the 41-yard line. Posse with a tough run of 11 yards on 3rd and short. 3 carries, 24 yards for Seville Posse, leading this offense on a drive that started at their own 10-yard line. Crater making some changes defensively, bringing in a couple new defensive linemen. Keeping those bodies fresh in there, trying to battle in the trenches. A little end around it, that did not work. Taken down in the backfield. Looking for Pangolinin, this senior, and he lost a yard. So the most successful run defense play of the game so far for this Crater defense. And it's 2nd and 11. Putting Churchill a little bit behind the change. When you're facing a running offense like the Lancers have, it's crucial to put them in some uncomfortable situations. Kind of a double reverse there, but forward, and they're trying again to go to Pangolin, and it did not work. Not a bad little gain, but 4 yards of the late effort there for Pangolin, so it'll make it about 3rd and 7 now. Churchill, and you would think a passing situation here unless they want to run a couple times. Here's a play action. They will throw. Ganson looking downfield. Got a man, and it's caught at the 40. Nice catch. That's a pickup of 16 yards. And what a catch by T.J. Wright. Both the completions going to T.J. Wright. And that one a clutch one on 3rd down. Churchill on the move. Nice job by Ganson. Just stop. The junior set his feet, let it fly. Give his receiver a chance, and it paid off. Go back to Posse. Trying to go outside. Puts his foot in the ground. There goes Posse. Staying on balance. Dragging defenders to the 22. 18 yards for Seville Posse. Man, feels like you need a couple defenders to take him down. It's almost never the first defensive player on the tackle. 4 carries, 42 yards for Seville Posse. Just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. From the right hash, they go right up the middle. And that'll be 5 yards to the 16. It looked like they went back on the ground to Pangolinin. Actually, there was Posse. Once again, give him 5 yards. And a 2nd and 5 now. 4:08 to go in this first quarter. Couple fakes. Ganson wants to throw. He's got a man. Lobs it. It's caught inside the 5. And a touchdown for Churchill. T.J. Wright again. 3 completions, all to Wright. That one a 16-yard touchdown toss. And what a drive for Churchill. They marched down on a drive that started at their own 10-yard line. And the balance, too, from Churchill on full display. 3 of 4 through the air. 39 yards. Now they run for 2. Posse getting to the pylon, and he's in for 2. It's an 8-0 start for the Lancers. What a drive for Churchill. 11 plays, 90 yards, and a Churchill 8-0 lead at home here on Table Rock Sports.
At
Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families.
And we're back here at Churchill High School, and it's a nice kick by Churchill down to about the 17-yard line. Crater, it was Jackson Godley who took the kick and inadvertently took a knee. So he was trying to collect the ball, and his knee touched the turf. That's why Crater's at their own 18-yard line. 11 play, 90-yard drive for Churchill to march it down and get a touchdown, take an 8-0 lead. Crater starts this drive at their own 17. They go right side to Valentin Rodriguez on the toss play. And it's good to see him back out there. Just a short gain, give him 3 yards, but Rodriguez shake it up and miss the latter portion of the first drive of the game. And he was really the offense, kind of marching them down the field. He went down and the drive stalled out. Crater was forced to punt. That's why Churchill got the ball at their own 10-yard line. There's a lot better gain than I thought. Not 3 yards. That's about a 5-yard gain. And now fighting forward, Rodriguez with another 7 yards and a first down. Man, he is relentless. 7 carries, 37 yards for Rodriguez and a fresh set of downs. 3:05 to go here in this first quarter. Here's Petty. He's got some speed, getting around the edge and close to a first down. Mark him at the 37, and he's got just enough. Kyle Petty, the senior, going for 10 yards on the tote. A lot better than his first carry that lost 4 yards. That's what we saw the first drive for Crater, just marching it down the field, that offensive line opening up holes. See if they can keep it going this drive. Time out of the field. We'll take a quick one as well. 8-0, 2:56 to go in the first here in TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach.
First and 10 for Crater at their own 37. And they go to Rodriguez. He's hit near the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward for a 2-yard gain. 2:48 to go in this first quarter. Churchill leads 8-0. Rodriguez now 8 carries for 39 yards in this game. Crater trying to answer the Churchill drive that went 11 plays for a touchdown. Misdirection, they go to Petty. Looking to bounce it out. Now cutting it up, taking a couple hits. A flag comes flying in on a short gain. And a block in the back is the call against Crater. That'll push the Comets back a bit. So a 10-yard penalty from where the block took place, which looks like it was the 40. So they move the ball to the 30. So that'll push the Comets back to a tough 2nd and 17 now. The Crater offense has successfully rushed for 54 yards so far. No completions yet through the air. Movement on the line of scrimmage, and Craters push themselves back even more. You get a 2nd and 22 now. Crater earlier bringing Taryn Kane Cruz into the game for a passing attempt that was incomplete. That's their only passing attempt of this game. Higginson running right side, and he's wrapped up. It's a gain of about 6 yards. But they're going to need a lot more than that. It'll be 3rd and 16 now. Officials timeout. Oh, there's a player down and shaken up. Unfortunately, it looks like it is a Churchill Lancer down at the 30-yard line. We'll go to a quick break as he's down and shaken up. Give you an update on who that player is and his condition when we come back. 8-0 Churchill leading Crater on TableRockSports.net.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
3rd and 16 for Crater. 2:03 to go at their own 31. Kane Cruz looking to throw, guns, and it is knocked away. Incomplete. A late flag comes in. By the way, for Churchill, that was Tyler Howe that was shaken up. He walked off the field under his own power, kind of holding, looked like his arm. He's being looked at by the trainers now. Let's check the flag on the incompletion. An eligible receiver downfield. The penalty is declined, and it'll be 4th and 16 for Crater. So, again, the Comets, a promising drive with a couple of first downs, same as their first one, stalls out once they get near midfield. And they'll have to punt now. Back to a Churchill offense that zipped down the field and went 90 yards first time they touched it. 8-0 Lancers lead. 1:56 to go here in the first quarter. Higginson's the only guy back there, and he's the punter. He booted it. Pretty good one last time, about 40 yards. Kind of has a low-line drive punt, but typically gets the roll. That helps his team. So the official had misspotted the ball. They had put it back at about 4th and 22. It is 4th and 16, as we mentioned. Higginson takes it, kicks it. Not a great punt. And this takes a bounce in Churchill's favor. Stellar field position for the Lancers. They'll have the ball at the 41-yard line. What an opportunity for Churchill. Their last drive started at their own 10-yard line. Crater's first 2 drives here resulting in punts. 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Commanding first so far for the Lancers, led by their defense and their rushing attack. Of course, last drive was a lot of balance. 50 yards on the ground, 39 passing for Churchill. 16-yard passing touchdown that capped off last drive. From Lucas Ganson to right. Ganson will throw again. On first down, he's hit as he throws. A dangerous ball hits the turf. Incomplete. He was trying to go downfield to Donovan Jackson. It's a little dangerous there for Churchill. As he threw that ball, came out short. If Crater could have found the football, tracked it down, there was an opportunity there. But instead, it's an incompletion. Ganson, 3 of 5 through the air. Seville Posse on that first drive. 5 carries, 47 yards with this Churchill offense. And he's got the ball again. Number 7 in black, looking for a hole. Fighting forward. Nice tackle by Valentin Rodriguez. And it's only 2 yards for Posse. So it'll be 3rd and 8. Fake. Ganson trying to run up the middle, lowering the shoulder, and he will be stopped after a gain of 4. So it's 4th and 4 now. But based on that design there, it seems as if Churchill knew they were going to be going for it here on 4th down. 43 seconds to go in this first quarter. Let's see if Crater can get a momentum boost and get a stop here. Churchill's first 4th down attempt of this game from the right hash. They look to throw. Ganson's got a man complete for 1st down and more. Still going, that's Lucas Babbitt, and he's down to the 21-yard line. That's 14 yards. Kind of a nonchalant drop back there by Ganson. Tossed it to the open man. Ganson's having a heck of a day. And a flag coming in. Sideline warning there against Churchill. It's their first. 19.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. They start the clock now. Let's see if Churchill even bothers to run a play. They've got a real chance on this drive. Coming up these clutch 3rd and 4th down conversions to go up a couple scores. 4 seconds. I'm not sure they see the game clock. They do get a snap off. Here's Posse, right side. Cuts it up. Seville Posse spinning, and he's down to the 14. 7 yards for Seville Posse. And a terrific footnote on what was a dominant first quarter for Churchill. Coming up with clutch stops defensively, running the football, slinging it for 53 pass yards and 63 rush yards. Churchill with an 8-0 lead. We go to the second. Back to Churchill after this on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Back for the second quarter. Churchill with a 2nd and short. 2nd and 4 for the Lancers. They hand it off up the middle, and there's a lane, and there's a touchdown. Churchill gets in with Seville Posse from 14 yards. The Lancers march it down the field again. This time the drive started with stellar field position, and they took full advantage. It's 14-0. Churchill in front and going for 2 again. Seville Posse now 8 carries, 70 yards, and give him a touchdown as well. Had 3 of them on the ground last week. Ganson wants to throw. Got a pocket, back of the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. Touchdown and a quick break early in the second. 14-0 Churchill here from Table Rock Sports.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Churchill kicks it deep, fresh off the touchdown. That's a live ball, and Crater just able to dive on it. Big play from Kyle Petty to get to that football. And an intentional kind of a pooch kick there by Churchill. Almost caught Crater off guard. The Comets will start at their own 24-yard line. The Comets' first 2 drives stalling out and being forced to punt when they got near midfield. See if Crater can continue this drive this time around. 11:51 to go here early in the second quarter. Direct snap into Rodriguez, left side. Valentin Rodriguez lowers the shoulder, and he's got a gain of 3 yards. Feels like as this game's gone on, it's Churchill defense, better and better job containing Rodriguez. 9 carries for 42 yards now for the star running back. It's a heck of a matchup here. Maybe the 2 best running backs in 5A going toe-to-toe with Rodriguez and Posse on these opposite sides. Higginson's the quarterback. Uh-oh, miscommunication. The snap goes high. The ball is loose. Churchill's got it inside the 5. The clean recovery by Brady Bousquet, the junior. Crater was kind of running a creative play there. You saw the hands of Rodriguez and Higginson, the quarterback, were both out and extended as if they were going to retrieve the snap. The previous play was a direct snap to Rodriguez. I think there was a disconnect between who the center thought he was snapping to and who the 2 handlers back there, and Higginson and Rodriguez thought. Rodriguez kind of took off towards Higginson, and the ball just shot over their head, and it looked like towards the spot where Rodriguez was. So hard to say whose fault that was, quote unquote, but it's a turnover. There's trouble on this snap as well for Churchill. Ganson in the backfield. He's down at the 11-yard line. A loss of 7 yards. Well, this is getting this territory now. 10:54 to go in the first half. You have got, it's not must stop, but you're getting there. I mean, Crater's being put into a tough position if they have to go down 20 points on the road against this tough Churchill defense. Comets been on the field a lot defensively. Can they muster the energy and the stamina and the guts to make a stop here? It's a 2nd and goal from the 11. Some confusion for Churchill. We'll keep it here. Fall sports action brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot at lithiasuperstore.com. And our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, now with 9 locations nearby to serve you. 14-0 our score, 10:31 to go in the second. It's a lead for Churchill over Crater in this Midwestern League battle. Before or after the games, a great time to visit Dutch Bros. Enjoy your favorite beverage. Watch for Buck for Kids Day in September. Over $950,000 was raised for kids in 2023 by Dutch Bros and the customers who support them. The Lancers coming off a bye week, and they look sharp. Those bye weeks can be great for getting healthy, of course. Everybody banged up, can get some time off, don't have to practice hard, play in a game. And for those that are healthy, you practice hard and you figure out what your weaknesses are. And it looks like Churchill's come out of this bye week looking sharp. Second and goal at the 11. Here's a throw to the end zone. It's deflected in, incomplete. Good effort by Jackson trying to come back to the ball, but not able to get to it. The coverage from Sam Price, and it's third and goal from the 11-yard line. A huge opportunity for Crater. Not sure how comfortable Churchill is kicking field goals at all. You see them exclusively go for 2. So they've got a couple plays here to try and punch it in. Might even see a run here to make it a manageable fourth. And it is. Here's Posse looking for a lane. Flag comes in. Posse gets to the 10. That's it. A nice tackle from Braden Singery, the junior. It's either fourth and goal at the 10, or you take this penalty and push Churchill back. Crater coaches having a conversation on the sideline with head coach Seth Womack. Holding is the call, and they do accept the penalty. So there's, this, at least the conversation to be had about whether or not you decline that, make him go fourth down from the 10. But I think with how Crater's been able to defend the pass the last couple drives, they feel pretty confident with their secondary. But there's 53 yards passing through the air for this Churchill team. So they're probably thinking, well, we get an extra play. We'll take that. A third and goal at the 21-yard line with 10:08 to go in the first half. And Churchill will take another timeout, and they've used all of their timeouts in this half now. None remaining and still 3 left for Crater. 10:07 to go. Today's game is brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass on the banks of the Rogue River, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. Also by Lippert's Carpet One, serving Southern Oregon families since 1957. Hardwood, waterproof plank, carpet, laminate, and tile. Certified installers, flooring consultants, and design services. Lippert's Carpet One in Medford and Grants Pass. Chris Clayton here with you at Halverson Field, Churchill High School. Saul Galvan, our camera operator, our executive producer is Joe Brett. 14-0 is the score. Churchill is on their third drive of the game. The first 2 drives resulted in touchdowns, a 90-yard and then a 41-yard drive. This one started at the Crater 4. They're back at the 21 with a third and goal. Ganson gunning for the end zone. It's a one-on-one play. It is knocked away, incomplete. So that's the danger with accepting the penalty like Crater did, is you give a couple shots at the end zone. It was Michael Pope with terrific coverage for Crater. And now it's fourth and goal at the 21. Let's see if Crater adjusts their coverage here. You do not want to have one-on-one coverage on fourth and 21 essentially here. Not blaming the coaches per se. Maybe just a kind of a breakdown in coverage, but I guess you also got to think about the run here with the legs of Seville Posse. Fake a run. They will throw. Ganson throw to the end zone. Intercepted. The problem is Crater's at their own 1. If he bats that down, they're at the 21. But you can't blame him. The interception for Michael Pope. So the Comets have the ball, but at their own 1-yard line. That's the stop Crater needed, though. A disastrous play that gave Churchill the ball at the 4-yard line. The Crater defense holds strong. And they will move the ball out to the 21-yard line. Are they redoing this play? Oh, a block below the waist. Crater accepted the penalty. Very interesting. Another penalty Crater elects to accept. Instead of the Comets having the ball at their own 1, they're going to make Churchill run a play from the 31-yard line. And they probably communicated, hey, if you have an easy interception, knock it down. Don't catch it. Or you might see Churchill punt the ball here and try and pin Crater deep. What a weird drive for Churchill. It started at the Crater 4-yard line. I say drive, but it's the 4th play of the drive here. 9:51 to go in the second quarter. Churchill doesn't have any timeouts. They have some confusion. They will throw again. Genson lobbing, end zone, got a man there, knocked away. Nice play in coverage. That's Solomon Develinov. Excuse me. Develinov, the senior, making a play and battling the ball down. And that's a play. That's a perfect example of it. Develinov. I'll get it down, I promise. Develinov could have picked that ball off, but he probably had the coach in the back of his head saying, hey, don't pin us at the 1-yard line. Just knock it to the turf. And he did that. So Crater's got the ball at their own 31. Some life for the Comets, and they go to Valentin Rodriguez, who barrels forward for a gain of 6 yards. Rodriguez now 10 carries, 48 yards in this game. Wasting no time, they go right back to him. He ran into a lineman, Rodriguez did, and he's got no gain. So now a 3rd and 4 for the Comets. 9:19 to go in this second quarter. Higginson throwing. Picked off! Churchill racing the other way, and they've got a touchdown. Aiden Pangilinan, the senior, makes it 20-0 Lancers. Crater goes to the air on 3rd and short and pay the price. Great read from Pangilinan. And the senior putting Churchill up 3 possessions now. .904 to go in this second quarter, and that is a tough break for Crater. Had a window of opportunity there, the Comets did, as they came up with a stop, got the ball back, but just couldn't get the job done with the football. Up the middle, and there's Posse going in for 2. 22-0. Churchill with a big lead, 9:04 to go in the half. Here on TableRockSports.net.
Trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trust.
Crater back to return the kick, and here goes Pope coming to the near side. Taken down by a couple Lancers. It's Pangilinan leading the way along with Blake Michael. Actually, it might have been Brady Bousquet. There was a host of Churchill players there, and the Comets have the ball at their own 15. Well, Crater really needing an answer now. 8:57 to go. Two turnovers for Crater the last two possessions, and it took one play both times. Interception and fumble. Actually, there were a couple plays before that interception. It was play 3, but the last 4 plays, 2 of them are turnovers for Crater. They got a Rodriguez on the left side. He's got 2 yards. .8:42 to go here in this first half. Crater with a second and about 8. Higginson's the quarterback. Hands it off. This is Rodriguez looking for a lane. Puts the shoulder down. And about 3 yards for Rodriguez. 13 carries, 53 yards in this first half for Valentin Rodriguez. His longest carry, though, only 8 yards, so credit this Churchill defense. Higginson looking to run on third at about 5, and he won't have enough. He does get 3.5, so he's close. 4th and 1 for Crater. 8 minutes to go in the second. Crater, no hesitation. They're going for it. They go to Rodriguez right up the middle, submarining for a first down. That's 3 yards for Rodriguez. Crater, this experienced team. Roster with a lot of seniors trying to just stay calm, compose. Touchdown drive would do wonders here with a lot of game to go. Higginson rolling left side. He's got some pressure. Higginson taken down at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards. Kingsley Roberts on the tackle there for Churchill. It's the Lancers defense that did such a good job in their game a couple weeks ago. Their win 30-6 at Roseburg. They held Roseburg to just 152 yards total. It's a handoff to Rodriguez up the middle. He finds a lane, and he's got the first down. Nice run. That's 8 yards for Valentin Rodriguez. Longest run of the day. Churchill led at Roseburg 22-0 by this exact score. So Churchill's coming out hot with a couple strong first halves in a row. Rodriguez bouncing left side, and he's got a gain of 4 yards. Just an absolute workhorse in every sense of the word. Endless stamina. Higginson fakes and throws downfield, and it is knocked away. Trying for Petty. Good coverage there from Churchill downfield. It's a good ball by Higginson. He gave him a chance. Looked like the coverage coming from Donovan Jackson and Lucas Babbitt down there. It's 3rd and 5. Quick throw, deflected and incomplete. Now it's 4th and 5. 6:35 to go in this first half. Decision time for Crater. Down 3 possessions. How aggressive do the Comets approach this? Higginson, it's an option play. Puts the shoulder down, and he will get nothing. Churchill's all over it. Bottled up at the line of scrimmage, led by Ben Kluth, the senior linebacker, and a turnover on downs for the Crater offense. Churchill gets the ball again with stellar field position. Started the Comets' 44-yard line. For over 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the industry leader in clear choice in Southern Oregon. Whether it's auto or residential glass, Bill's Glass covers the complete spectrum from your vehicle to any room in the house. And here goes Posse. Seville Posse breaking one inside the 30. Down to the a gain of 16 to the 28. Posse now racking up 86 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown. The Crater with really a chance to get a stranglehold on this game with this drive now. Stay tuned for the halftime, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Coming up in about 6 minutes. Go up the middle, quick mixed direction play. And another solid gain, just carving out yardage. Lucas Babbitt on the carry that time. Gave him about 7 yards there. It's a complete team effort. Of course, Posse leading the way with his 86 yards, but Pangilinan 3 yards rushing, a big day defensively. Jansen has 4 rush yards and has been airing it out, 53 pass yards too. No need to go to the air when you're running the ball like this. And they go for more to Pangilinan for a first down. 5 more yards to the 16. Marching it into the red zone. Last possession, a wild one for Churchill. Started the Crater 4, stalled out after they were pushed all the way back to the 31-yard line. But they're right back on track here on this drive. Going to Posse again. The balance, he's finally thrown down. He is so tough to tackle. 3 more yards for Posse. Hunter Verstegen on the tackle for Crater. Churchill and this offense, led by second-year head coach Lane Coffin, starting to really put up some numbers. At least 30 points in every game. And on the brink of that here in the first half. Ganson throwing in the end zone. Dangerous pass, and it is... Was it picked? Yes. Intercepted at the 2-yard line. And it's Michael Pope. Big time for Crater, coming up with the INT. And that's his 2nd pick of this game. Sophomore with 2 picks today. Actually, he had one that was wiped off the board, now that I think about it, after that penalty that Crater accepted. So only 1 interception officially for Michael Pope in the stat book. Crater going for 1 yard on that play. 4:15 to go in the first half. Crater again, the door's still open for them. They've got to get some points this drive. Trying to start on a comeback. Rodriguez, big gain, barreling down to the 19-yard line. 16-yard pickup, the strongest run of the day for Rodriguez. 17 carries, 84 yards for Rodriguez. Crater has that consistent rushing attack, but they go up-tempo. It's pretty unique as they get 3 more yards from Rodriguez. You see these teams that go to the ground consistently, but you don't often see them pair it with up-tempo when you're going to the same guy every play. That's also what makes Rodriguez unique, is he just doesn't get time to rest. He takes the carry, he takes the hits, and then about 6 seconds later almost, at times they're snapping the ball. This one, a little bit more time between plays. And a second and about 6. They go to Rodriguez again. Not a lot there. Bottled up well. It's 2 yards for Rodriguez. That's it. That was Ben Cluth on the tackle. 3:04 to go in the first half. Here's Rodriguez driving the legs. Nice run. He's to the 30. He's got the first down. 6 yards for Rodriguez. Less than 3 to go here in the first half. 3 wide. Higginson wants to throw. Got a man open. Petty. Oh! He had nothing but green in front of him. He couldn't hold on. The pass was low and behind him as well. Oh, what an opportunity. Almost caught the Churchill defense sleeping after a bevy of handoffs to Rodriguez. They go to the air, couldn't take advantage. Right back to him, why not? Rodriguez, a first down. 11 yards. And he's over 100 yards. So that's now 930 rush yards this year and game 5 of the season for Rodriguez. His goal, by the way, this year, he said, is 2,000 yards. He might get it. Higginson gets a yard. I think if somebody comes into a season and says, hey, my goal is to get 2K, you might kind of laugh it off. Like, okay. Well, he had 1,400 last year, and he's come out and he's living up to that standard. Averaging about 220 rush yards per game coming in. More like 208 rush yards per game coming in, but he's on pace to get really close to 2K, especially if he keeps running like he is today. He's got 4 more yards now. Sometimes it's hard to keep up. Getting all of his carries down on paper, wasting no time. 1:48 to go in this first half, and a timeout on the field taken by the Comets. Well, moving with urgency, but Crater has done well with their timeouts. They have a 4th and 1 at midfield. And with still 2 timeouts, they aren't in quite desperation mode, if you will, yet. Chance to get a touchdown this drive. I think back down 2 possessions would be huge. Got some work to do against this Churchill team that has opened up a big lead early on. Our halftime show coming up, brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Road Credit Union is proud to partner with Table Rock Sports and the Medford School District on the Touchdown Club again this fall. Supporting communities, schools, and the tools to meet your financial needs. Road Credit Union. Crater takes the field again for this big 4th and 1. And if you don't get it here, Churchill, without any timeouts, has a chance to get some points of their own. The way they've been able to sling it with Ganson with 53 pass yards, not out of the woods. They go with a sneak. That's Higginson, and he's got the first down. Just enough there, about 1.5 yards. We'll give him 2. And the clock does stop as they'll reset the chains at 1:41. There's some boos here from Churchill, but that was pretty clearly a first down. Why not? You might as well boo, right? It's part of being a fan. It's fun. Rodriguez with no gain. Down he goes. Well defended that time. Rodriguez was putting up some big yards this drive before that handoff. 24 carries, 114 yards in the first half for Valentin Rodriguez. Remember, he broke a school record with 60 carries in the game earlier this year, so he can handle these totes. Flag comes in. Higginson throwing incomplete. He was looking to go out to Will Maddox. And let's check that flag. And it's going to be against Crater. It's thrown right as the play started. An illegal substitution on the Comets. Churchill will elect to decline the penalty with 1:10 to go in the half. It's a 3rd and 10 for Crater. They're going to have to complete something on this drive to keep it going. Maybe not. They go to Rodriguez. That'll work. First down for Crater. A 12-yard pickup. Right back to work to Rodriguez. That time he's tripped up near the line of scrimmage, only 1 yard. 56 seconds and counting here in the second quarter. It's Charlie Dexter on the tackle. Low snap. Higginson handles it. Throws downfield. Got a man. Incomplete. And a big hit there on Petty. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like defender was going for the ball there. Kind of inadvertent on the hit. Nothing malicious. It's Logan Kelly. Check that. It looks like a number 19 for Churchill. We were not given a number 19 in our rosters. So he's out there in coverage. 3rd and 9. Throwing near side, a quick screen. And a broken tackle still going. Here's Godley, and he's got the first down. Big time. Yards after catch from Jackson Godley. 10-yard pickup to the 27. 32.3. The clock stops for a moment. I think Crater has a couple timeouts. Here's a low snap. Higginson looking to throw. He's pressured, and he ran into the sack. Big loss. Back to the 29-yard line. And the clock stops at 19. A timeout taken by the Comets. Oh, that sack hurts. Crater push way back now. Now they might have to kind of go for a desperation heave towards the goal line now. Ball all the way back at the 34-yard line now for the Comets. Stay tuned for the halftime show, brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Did you know the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide. Hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. It's 2nd and about 17 for the Comets to make it 16. Without a completed pass, this would be a great time for their first with 19 seconds to go. And I have them at 1 timeout left. A lot of pressure coming from the backside. He's in trouble, and down he goes at the sideline. Charlie Dexter came flying across the field. Good news for Crater. Higginson did get out of bounds. The clock stops, but it's still a similar position here. It's 3rd and 16. This could be the final play of the half. Higginson looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Throws right side. Caught. That's Godley. And he'll be taken down. Forward progress at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 with 3.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh.
And Crater takes a timeout with 1.5 on the clock. That is their final timeout. Comets will have one final heave to the end zone. 1.5 seconds to go. So Crater again without a completion yet. In some of these situations they have brought in Taryn Kane Cruz for Crater. See if they bring them in to launch one downfield. And they do. From the 30-yard line, they put the clock at 3 seconds. Final play of the half. Kane Cruz on a low snap. Pressured, steps up, downed immediately. Seville Posse coming in with a pass rush and the sack. And it's halftime at Churchill. The Lancers coming out hot with a really impressive first half of play. 22-0 score on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Churchill and Crater are battling to close games each of the last 3 times it was within 1 possession. Here in 2024, it is all Churchill so far behind that rushing attack here today. Now we go to the halftime show, brought to you by Medford Parks and Recreation Department. We'll come back, give you some stats, talk about this first half. 15 on the clock, and halftime begins here at Churchill High School. Back after this on TableRockSports.net.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? When you want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life, call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff. Bye, Mom. Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your
Time now for the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show. Excitement is building for the opening of Rogue X. The Aquatics and Events Center have opened. They have 2 indoor swimming pools and water slides. The Event Center hosts basketball and volleyball leagues and tournaments and other indoor events. PlayMedford.com. Go to your fall activities guide to learn more about Rogue X, about the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex. The Rogue Credit Union Community Complex, also known as Rogue X, now open. Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show here. The numbers from the first half is a 22-0, the most important number. Churchill leading Crater. 158 rush yards for the Comets with no pass yards. A couple turnovers for Crater as well. A fumble on a botched snap. It looked like an attempted direct snap that went over the head of everybody, or maybe just a miscommunication went between Higginson and the running back Rodriguez. And the 2 turnovers for Crater. On the other side for Churchill, 108 rush yards and a bit more balance for them with 53 yards through the air. Lucas Ganson, the junior quarterback, 4 completions for 53 yards and a touchdown to TJ Wright, who's pulled in 3 catches for 53 yards so far today. Running the football, Seville Posse putting up another strong day as he's racked up 10 carries for 89 yards for the Churchill Lancers and a touchdown as well from 14 yards out. Receiving for Churchill, 3 catches, 39 yards and a touchdown for Wright. And Lucas Babbitt has a catch for 14 yards as well. Running the ball for Crater has been a big day for Valentin Rodriguez. He's racked up 26 carries, 127 yards in this game. Hasn't been able to find the end zone, but some strong numbers again for the running back, averaging more than 200 rush yards a game coming into this one. Kyle Petty with 2 carries for 6 yards, and the quarterback, Ben Higginson, with 9 carries for 25 yards. Those are the numbers from the first half so far, as Churchill continues to really dominate this game, controlling the clock and finishing off drives. Churchill, the defense getting firm and holding strong. It seems like every time Crater gets the ball near midfield, that's when the Churchill defense steps up and comes up with a timely stop. So that's where it stands right now. It's a Churchill team that's in big-time control of this game. A 22-0 lead over Crater in this Midwestern League battle on Table Rock Sports. Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show continues next on TableRockSports.net.
Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford's Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like, too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Continuing our Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show here at Churchill High School. 22-0. The Lancers lead the Comets in what's been a first half of dominance for Churchill. Started early with Crater getting the ball first. It Comets were moving the ball, marching it towards midfield. They were forced to punt. Churchill then kind of set the tone early. Their first drive of the game, they got it at their own 10-yard line. Marched 11 plays, 90 yards, and went in for a touchdown to take an 8-0 lead. Crater then forced to punt their next drive, and then Churchill again took the football, 41 yards for a touchdown. So just like that, it's suddenly a 14-0 game after just 2 Churchill offensive drives, and Crater has just not been able to recover. They committed a fumble on the third play of a drive. Actually, it was the first play of the drive, and then Churchill recovered at the 4-yard line early in the second quarter. The Lancers were not able to cash in. They were pushed back to the 31-yard line and were forced to actually just throw a heave to the end zone that was intercepted or batted down for a turnover on downs. So Crater at that time 14-0, still in the game, approaching the halfway point of the quarter. And then a few plays later, they throw a pick 6. And then bang, a gut punch there. Churchill converts the 2-point conversion, and it's 22-0. Crater came up with a stop and kept the game at 22-0. Marched it to nearly the red zone late in the second quarter, but couldn't get the job done. So Crater remaining scoreless on the board. I have 127 of them from the star tailback Valentin Rodriguez. No completions yet, though, for this Crater offense. And that's what they'll probably look for, at least selectively in the second half. Obviously not a passing team, don't have to sling it around a lot, but on these 3rd down and 4th down plays, the Comets will need to get a few completions to keep them in it. They had a play that could have been a touchdown if they could have completed it to Kyle Petty. He had nothing but turf in front of him. That could have been the big play Crater was looking for, but they were not able to execute that play, and that's where we stand. Still a whole half of football, though, as we wrap up the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show. Back with the second half next at Churchill High School and Table Rock Sports.
Discover luxurious Karastan flooring at Lippert's Carpet One, the flooring you need to live beautifully. With the National Karastan Month Savings with Style event, experience the luxury of Karastan and capture the lowest prices of the year. With savings up to $1,000 back on beautiful flooring and pay no interest for 18 full months during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Hi, Rod here. Are you tired of sleeping on a hot, miserable mattress? It's time to save on a cool, comfortable night's sleep from Medford Mattress. Discover the full line of Beauty Rest with advanced cooling technology and the super comfortable Beauty Rest Black. Great sleep is a luxury you deserve. If you want to save on a cool, comfortable, healthy night's sleep, now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it! Oh! Ah! Come on, ref! Open your eyes! Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
22-0, our halftime score. This is the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show. Churchill and Crater, the Lancers, in comments at a Midwestern League battle that has gone Churchill's way so far. The Comets got off to a 3-0 start this year, the best start for them since 2015. But they lost last week at Roseburg, and unless they can get a big comeback in the second half, they could be on the brink of another loss here. Churchill coming off a bye week, and they look like it, looking to improve to 3-1 here early on in this season. The Lancers haven't had a winning record over 500 since 2018. Back-to-back 3-6 seasons for Churchill. Credit head coach Lane Coffin in his second year at the helm. He's building that winning culture, bring back some talent from last year, and this Lancers team has got a real shot at doing something special. A win here would put them at 3-0 in Midwestern League play. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on. Churchill takes the field again. The Lancers running for 108 yards, 153 yards passing. A total of 161 yards of offense for Churchill so far. So nothing spectacular for Churchill in terms of not a lot of huge plays. Big plays haven't really been there for either team compared to what we normally see. The longest pass of the game, 16 yards. The longest run of the game, 18 yards for Churchill. But they're just slugging it out, doing it consistently. And you got to give credit to their defense, too. The longest play of the game for Crater, just 16 yards. So, in a day when both defenses are keeping everything in front of them, it's the Churchill offense that's been able to come up with the clutch third and fourth down conversions and get the job done. Crater's out on the field ready to kick it off. There's still more than a minute on the clock. The Churchill coaches are just taking the field again. So Crater's going to be standing there for a while. So the coaches take the field. I mean, it's a Crater team that's just content to just stand out here for about a minute. Medford Parks and Recreation Department helps sponsor our fall sports coverage. Swim lessons, basketball, and volleyball leagues. Splash pad, water slides are open now at Rogue X, located at the Howard Memorial Sports Park. You can reserve birthday rooms and packages with sports and splashing. That was the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show. You can visit them online at playmedford.com. And here we go. Second half underway. And to be kicked off deep by Crater's Akil Hans. First kickoff we've seen of the game by Crater. And the Lancers take a big hit, but all the way up at the 30-yard line. Churchill will have solid field position starting off this second half. Offensively, it's been the play of Seville Posse again leading the way for this Lancers team. He's got 10 carries, 89 yards and a touchdown so far. The quarterback, Lucas Ganson, has 4 completions for 53 yards as well. 39 of those came on the first drive, so the Crater secondary has stepped up ever since that point. Ganson hands it off to Posse up the middle, and he's hit near the line of scrimmage, led by Verstegen. 275-pound junior Hunter Verstegen. Stoning Posse for a no gain that time. And the Lancers come out. A bit of patience. Not as much pace as we saw in the first half. They've been trying to milk some clock here with a big lead. But a Posse again, he's got only a couple yards that time. Third and 8 for this Churchill offense. A minute into the third quarter. Ganson's favorite target today has been T.J. Wright. He's got 3 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. Babbitt, incomplete, trying to hit Donovan Jackson. Couldn't hit him. Had him open, right decision. Scanned the field well, just threw it high and a bit behind him. So it'll be 4th and 8. Crater's defense comes out, comes up with a stop. Nice job with the comments. Head coach Seth Womack and his coaching staff. Keeping this team engaged and believing they can make a comeback. And it's the first step in the right direction for Crater with a lot of football left to be played. Needs to get the football back to their offense. An offense that moved the ball well in the first half, 158 yards on the ground. So punt deep. Godley lets it go. It takes a Churchill road to the roll to the 30-yard line. That's 39 yards on the punt with no return.
Oh, really?
Crater football at their own 30. Comments for their offense. Can they move the ball when they get near midfield? It's the final step for this offense is trying to avoid stalling out once they get in or near Churchill territory. Also don't have any completions yet. Not a threat through the air yet in this game. A little option play. Rodriguez to the left side. Valentin Rodriguez getting a full head of steam and a pickup of 7 yards. It's now 134 yards rushing on 27 carries for Rodriguez. And they waste no time to go right back to him. The up-tempo offense. Stoned near the line of scrimmage. A short gain. A couple yards, so it'll be 3rd and 1 now. And they go right back to Rodriguez. Why not? Lowers the shoulder, and he's got the first down with ease. 3 more yards for Rodriguez. Well, the thing that Churchill can take solace in and be proud of is, again, they're containing Rodriguez to not a lot of big plays. His longest run, 16 yards. We've seen him bust off some huge runs this season. Higginson wants to throw, middle of the field towards Petty. Couldn't hit him. Incomplete again. 9:32 to go in this third quarter. So trying to hit Petty, his favorite target of this game, along with Godley. You know what, correction, they do have 1 completion, actually, to Godley in that first half. It went for about 5 yards. Run play in the right to Rodriguez, getting downhill for 8 more yards. My goodness. Rodriguez saving the offense. Now Higginson runs, lowers the shoulder near the sticks. And they call it a no gain. And on 4th and short, quick handoff up the middle, and Rodriguez has a first down again. 4 more yards. .30 carries, 151 yards now for Rodriguez with 8:45 to go. Left side, blown up. Taken down for a loss of 3 yards. That's Lucas Babbitt on the play in the backfield. Crater looking to the sideline. On a crucial drive here, trying to get back within a couple possessions. Up the middle. It's not Rodriguez. It's a gain of a yard on the handoff to Zach Kamstra. The senior Kamstra going for just a yard, and it's 3rd and 12 now. Higginson looking to throw left side. That is caught to the 42-yard line. Gain of 6 yards of the completion. 2nd of the day for the Comets. It looked like it was caught by Will Maddox. 4th and about 7 here. On the left hash, 7:13 to go in the 3rd. Crater will hand it off to Rodriguez, and he will not get it. Only a couple yards for Rodriguez. Ben Cluth leading the way on the tackle. Rodriguez down and shaken up, took a big hit there. And Churchill gets the turnover on downs. And a lot of what we saw in that first half is Crater getting the ball over midfield, but stalling out once again. Churchill defense coming up strong. Dave Rock Sports thanks our great sponsors, including the John L. Scott Real Estate Scoreboard and our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird, Food for Less, in Southern Oregon. Left side, this is Posse, and he's still on his feet. Tough running from Seville Posse. Got an extra 3 yards thanks to that effort. A 5-yard run for Seville Posse. Travis Egge on the tackle. 6:46 to go in this 3rd quarter. The Lancers, back-to-back weeks, they've built 22-0 first half leads. I should say back-to-back games. Churchill was on a bye last week. A couple weeks ago, 22-0 lead at Roseburg. Up the middle, here's Posse again. Still on his feet, rumbling into Crater territory. The 37-yard line. 16 yards for Posse. About 14 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown for Seville Posse. Building on 184 yards rushing and 3 scores last week. And they go back to him. Got a couple blockers in front. Patient run, but he's dragged down from behind. It's a nice tackle there by Travis Egge again, the 250-pound junior. Only a 2-yard gain. Over the halfway point here in this 3rd quarter. Ganson, quick little handoff up the middle, and some room to operate for Babbitt. Here goes Babbitt inside the 20, stretching to the 15. Babbitt goes for 21 yards on the creative play. A misdirection from long-time experienced head coach Lane Coffin coming up with that play. They've ran a few times. That was the longest play of the day, period, for Churchill. 21 yards on the carry from Babbitt. Now with 5:28 to go in the 3rd, Churchill can really build on their lead. Left side. This is Posse with nowhere to go. It's a loss of a yard. This is bottled up well there by Verstegen again. Ganson gives it to Posse. Cuts it up, puts on a juke move, and he's tripped up at the 10-yard line. 6 more yards for Posse. Solomon de Villeneuve on the tackle. And it's 3rd and 5 for Churchill. Got to get to the 5-yard line for a first down. On the left hash, the Lancers looking ahead to a big matchup with Thurston next week on Thursday. Posse right side, got some blocking, bouncing it out, and took him down in the backfield. at least right at the line of scrimmage. Kai Mass, the senior, with a big-time tackle. Now it's 4th and 5. Looked like Posse had some room, but Kai Mass just came flying through to get his hands on Posse. And here's the 4th down. With 3:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fake to Posse. Ganson wants to throw. Yeah! Touchdown! To Babbitt. 2nd passing touchdown of the day for Ganson, and it's 28-0 Lancers. A 10-yard strike, showing some zip on the ball there. How about that drive for Babbitt? He had a 21-yard run, and he picks up a 10-yard catch for a touchdown as well. Churchill takes a big lead. Going for 2, the throw, and did he catch it? Jackson couldn't hang on. Nice throw there by Ganson. He threaded it through traffic, but Jackson couldn't make the catch. 28-0, 3:36 to go in the 3rd. Churchill leading Crater on TableRockSports.net.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in money. Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
With 3:36 to go in the 3rd, it's a 28-0 lead. Churchill leading Crater. And Crater will have the ball. It's Pope and Godley back to return the kick. Godley puts on a juke, and he's taken down at the 22-yard line. Alonzo Reyes, the sophomore, on the tackle. Crater needs some production, and quickly. They can move with tempo. It's obviously a run-based offense, but they can really line up quick. They're used to playing with speed. So that's not out of the question. The question is, can they finish these drives? They've gotten across midfield. They just haven't been able to finish them out yet. Left side, Rodriguez taken down in the backfield. Couple defenders on. Actually, that's Higginson, the quarterback, who loses 4 yards on the play. .313 left in the 3rd. Couple completions for 11 yards in this game from Higginson in the offense. 2nd and 14. They go back to the ground with Rodriguez, lowering the shoulder, and a no gain for Rodriguez. And it's 3rd and long. Three receivers to the right for Higginson. The senior fakes. No, he does hand it off. This is Rodriguez to the left, trying to break loose. He's converted a couple 3rd and longs in this game. Almost broke through one final arm tackle there. But a strong gain of 9 yards on the run from Rodriguez. And a Churchill player is down and shaken up. 2:18 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's a 4th and about 5 for this Crater offense. It's Aiden Pangilinan. Pangalinen's had a huge game, including a pick 6. It's been all over the field defensively. In the secondary, run support as well. A walk off under his own power. And here we go. Crater with their 4th and 5. Get the signal from the official. Higginson collapse. A must-convert play for the Comets. Higginson, the handoff. Rodriguez stumbles. He'll come up just short. 2 yards for Rodriguez. He just lost his footing. Had a little hole there. And couldn't burst through. Turnover on downs. The Churchill defense holds strong again. This Lancers team that came in with their offense averaging 35 points a game. It's been good showing for them, but really the defense is leading the way for Churchill. Got to give that defensive unit a lot of credit. Opponents only averaging 17 a game on Churchill, and they're pitching a shutout so far in this one. With 2 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. It's a Crater offense that came in averaging 31 a game. Well, misdirection action near side. And it's Babbitt on the run, lowering the shoulder. Tough running from Babbitt. A hard-earned 4 yards, but a flag down in the backfield. And a hold is going to bring this play back. So the trend continues in this matchup. If Churchill can hang on here, that is now, in the last 10 matchups since 2013 in this series, the home team has won every game. 5-5. Last year, Crater won a tight one, 26-24. The last time these teams played on this field, the Lancers came away with a 13-7 victory. And the year before that in Central Point, Crater won at 15-13. So they've been the home teams, and they've been close. This is also an anomaly of how one-sided it is. Posse left side, stumbling and going for a gain of 7 yards. Efficient day for Posse. He's got 18 carries, 127 yards, and a touchdown. The touchdowns today for Churchill coming 2 through the air, 1 rushing, and 1 interception return for a touchdown. Churchill slowing down here, content to milk as much clock as possible with 1:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it's a 2nd and 13. Ganson looking to throw. Got a pocket downfield, and it's caught inside the 5-yard line. In stride to who else but its go-to guy, T.J. Wright. 27 yards. And that's the longest play of the day for this Churchill offense. Now there's a lineman down in the backfield. It's Tyler Langford, the sophomore. Part of this Churchill offensive line that's done a stellar job today. Not just opening up holes, but protecting Ganson. On these passes, Ganson's had a ton of time to scan the field. And he's made the defense pay. And what a game for Wright. 4 catches, 66 yards, and a score. Actually, that's 54, excuse me. That's Aaron Beeman, another sophomore. 48.4 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Churchill marching down to the Crater 3-yard line. From the gun, Ganson Go to Posse. Driving the legs. He'll come up short. 2 yards for Posse. He's hungry to get that second rushing touchdown of the day. And he may have to wait until the fourth quarter. Actually, with the play clock, they might have to run a play here. Churchill will. 18 seconds. Ganson takes a snap. Back to Posse. Through the middle. And he won't get it again. He lost a yard. Verstegen again. Verstegen's had a huge game in the middle defensively for Crater. Another TFL for Hunter Verstegen. And the offense will have to try again for Churchill in the fourth quarter. On to the fourth. It's all Churchill getting the job done through the air and on the ground. The balanced Lancers the 28-0 lead in this Midwestern League battle into the fourth quarter on Table Rock Sports.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Back at Churchill, it's a 28-0 lead for the Lancers over the Comets. And starting off the fourth quarter, they go back to Posse, and he stumbles in for the touchdown. Seville Posse for his second rushing touchdown of the game. Time from 2 yards out. Seville Posse now. And it's 20 carries, 131 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And a strong game for this balanced attack. For Churchill continues. 90 yards passing through the air. They have 261 total yards of offense. Going for 2, right side, complete, and will not get it, just short. Well defended there. That's the defense of Kai Mast again. 34-0 with 11:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Back after this, you're watching TableRockSports.net.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Kick back for a touchback, and the Comets will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Thanks for joining us here in Eugene at Churchill High School. Tonight's action is brought to you by the Rogue Valley Transportation District. Need help learning the routes and options available to you? RVTD can help. Visit rvtd.org to learn more. And serving Southern Oregon for over 30 years, Medford Mattress has a huge selection of adjustable pressure relief mattresses to help you rediscover sleep. Medford Mattress, where quality is not costly. And the Comets take over with 11:55 to go in the fourth at their own 20. Higginson throws right side. That's a little completion out to Petty. Looking for room. Petty jumping forward. And he gets a hit out of bounds that draws a couple flags. Be a personal foul against Churchill on the late hit out of bounds. That's why the extra effort can help. Obviously, you hear coaches talk about it almost as a cliche. Just play through the whistle. Petty kept doing that. Not only did he get 11 yards, but he got hit out of bounds. On the longest pass completion of the game for Crater as well. So have our Know Your Role post-game show coming up at the conclusion of this one. There's a handoff right up the middle. Bouncing off the pile, spinning, and a little gain for Valentin Rodriguez. 3 yards as he has fought his way to 164 yards of the ground on 34 carries. Now on 2nd and 7, they go right back to him. Rodriguez spinning off one man, still going. He's got his back to the defense, and he still was able to drive the legs and get 4 more. Bounced off Aaron Beeman, who laid down a big hit there at the line of scrimmage. Wasn't enough to take down the star Rodriguez. 3 yards on 3rd down. Rodriguez has got it. Twirls forward, and that's an 8-yard gain there for Rodriguez. Charlie Dexter on the tackle. Clock bleeds under 11 minutes to go, and Crater moving it inside the Churchill 40-yard line. Right back up the gut. I think that's Rodriguez again. No, that's Campstra. That's Zach Campstra. There is Blake Campstra on the roster as well, but that's Zach Campstra for a yard for Crater. Quick throw out to the right side. A little bit of space to operate near a 1st down. It's Kyle Petty on another reception, his 2nd of this drive, or 8 yards. 4 completions now, 30 yards passing through the air in this game for Higginson. Up the middle, chopped down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on 3rd and 1. And it was Jose Rodriguez, the sophomore, who took the carry that time for a loss of a yard. It's 4th and about 2 here. And with 9:43 to go, Churchill will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Back to Churchill after this.
Trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto.
Back at Churchill, it's a 4th and 2 for Crater. They go under center with Higginson, driving the legs. It'll be close. Depends on the spot here. Based on where the officials have it, this will be within a few inches. They will measure. Here come the chain gang. 9:36 left. On what we're seeing, if I had to guess, I think he's a little short. And he is a half yard short. Churchill comes up with a stop And the Lancers stop the Crater drive again. The Comets able to get it inside the 30 this time before stalling out. Aiden Pangilinan in this Churchill defense holding strong and maintaining their shutout. 9:36 to go. At a 34-0 lead for Churchill. Churchill looking forward to a big matchup with Thurston next week. It'll be on Thursday. That's a Thurston team who is up right now against Roseburg. Last score update we have halfway through the fourth quarter. 24-21, Thurston leads Roseburg. The Colts trying to improve to 5-0, setting up for a big matchup with Churchill next week. And that's Crater's next opponent too in a couple weeks, Thursday, October 10 at home. Flag comes in, there was a man in motion. A false start. And Churchill will be pushed back 5 yards. Rory Wold State Farm Insurance has been helping you protect your dreams in Southern Oregon for over 30 years. Home, life, auto, and business insurance like a good neighbor. Rory Wold State Farm Insurance. And nothing doing on that run. A loss of a yard on the toed up the middle. It was led by Akil Hans and Hunter Verstegen again. Akil Hans, or rather, it was Krebs on the Asa Krebs, the junior, on the carry for Churchill. And it's second and long. It's second and 16 here with 9:04 left. There's a handoff. Coming to the near side, tripped up, and a no gain by Krebs. Maybe give him a yard on the play. And it's third and very long. 3rd and 15 for this Churchill offense. Chucked it for 90 yards today on 6 completions. See if they throw again, and they will. Here's Ganson. Actually, a new quarterback in there. That's Donovan Jackson. He's looking to run. Jackson on the near side. Sprints out of bounds at the 33-yard line. He's got a gain of 8 yards. Jackson, the senior, getting his chance at QB here in this one. And it's 4th and 6 for the Lancers with 8:14 to go. Jackson Godley back to return the punt for Crater as Lucas Ganson comes out to punt it away for the Lancers. Godley lets this one bounce, and a good punt by Ganson has this one at the 20-yard line. That's a 47-yard punt with no return. So with 8:01 left, Crater will take over possession. And now at this point, you're trying to get a positive finish to this game, get some drives going, and build some momentum. It's a Crater team that went 4-6 last year. They started 0-4. The Comets did last season. A 4-2 finish to the year. A great start this year, winning their first 3 games. So they're still very much in position to bring it together in the home stretch. Quick throw right side on a screen pass. Godley putting on the moves, and here he goes. Godley still on his feet. Out across the 40. 23 yards to Jackson Godley. Longest completion of the game for this Crater offense. Crater quickly on the football with 7:51 left. Higginson, go to Rodriguez. Straight up the gut, and he's chopped down after 2 yards. Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey invite you to learn how you could save thousands on solar panels installation for your home. Visit Solar Pros Facebook page to learn more. Search Facebook Solar Pros PNW. And Crater going up the middle to Rodriguez for 2 more. That puts Rodriguez at now make it 40 carries for 180 yards. And he is officially now up over 1,000 yards rushing through 5 games this season, too. Throwing the right to Godley, complete, right at the sticks, and he's got the first down. It's a 5-yard gain, and the aerial attack getting going with a couple completions to Godley. He's having a nice game. 3 catches, 33 yards for Godley. And they go to Rodriguez, wasting no time, and he sprints forward for a pickup of 6 yards. Down to 6:38 to go. On 2nd and 4, Higginson claps. Go to Rodriguez again. Chopped down by Pangilinan after a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. Fake, throw right side. That's Godley needing the first down, and he's got it. Godley again, and it's a pickup of 5 that time. So after 5 passing yards in the first half, Crater coming out with 58 here in the second. To the Lancers 35 with 6:03 to go. Quick throw on the near side. And Petty, flag comes in. Petty driving the legs. He's got 3 yards. Let's check the flag down. We welcome Crater Car Wash to our games. Locally owned and operated with 2 Medford, 2 Grants Pass locations. Friendly staff will get your vehicle clean in just minutes. Crater Car Wash, clean, dry, fast. And a block in the back against the Comets will push them back. With less than 6 to go in this game. Here's where Crater's had issues offensively when they moved it across midfield and inside the 40 near the red zone. They've just stalled out all day. It's a Crater team today that has put up 282 yards of offense. Nothing spectacular, but for a team with 0 points on the scoreboard, 282 is not too bad. It's a Churchill defense that held Roseburg to just 152 yards last week. And the Comets just haven't been able to finish these drives. Untimely tackles for loss or penalties like the one they just committed. Now they're thrust back into a 1st and 17. The point is for Seth Womack and Crater, if they clean up some of these stalled out drives, could be a completely different game here. Reason for optimism moving forward. Jose Rodriguez is taken down in the backfield by Ben Cluth. Loss of another yard. And the clock is stopped here inside the stadium, and now they start it. It's about 25 seconds. I should have ran off the clock, but that's all right. Here's a throw to the right side to Petty in the backfield. Down he goes. You know, technically a run play there for a loss of about 4 yards. It's a 3rd and 24. Higginson steps up, now trying to run. Taken down. Gain of a few for Higginson, that's it. It's Kingsley Roberts on the tackle. 5 minutes left at 4th and very long, 23. Our Know Your Role post-game show still ahead here on Table Rock Sports. Thanks to our camera operator, Saul Galvan. I'm Chris Clayton, executive producer Joe Brett. Crater trying to wipe the slate clean and enjoy their bye week next week, or at least get better. Take that opportunity. There's 4:37 to go. timeout taken by the Comets. For Churchill, they'll look forward to taking on Thurston next week in what's going to be a big one. Well, what a game for Seville Posse and this team. He came in even defensively. He was an honorable mention all-state linebacker last year. Didn't play much defense today, just when they really needed him. Brought him in a pass rush and he got a sack. But it's been really all offense for him today. And he's done it well. 20 carries, 131 yards, and a couple touchdowns for the senior. It's a Churchill team that a win here is going to put the Lancers at 3-1. They won 3 games total the last 2 seasons. Last year, the Lancers came so close, losing 3 games by just 1 possession. Very easily, within a few plays of being 6-3. But they're 3-1 to start the season, with their only loss coming to a 4A number 3 team in Marshfield. Throw it out to Rodriguez right side. I think they were trying to set up a double pass. Instead, it's a Rodriguez run that loses a yard. That's 43 carries, 188 yards for Rodriguez. And with 4:30 to go, Churchill will try and milk out the rest of this clock here at Halverson Field.
I said hi to Larissa. We both. I did too. Why was Miley crying?
261 yards of offense for Churchill. So Crater's actually outgained them. But part of that is because of the field position today, the Lancers. This drive is a prime example. They're starting it in Crater territory.
So weird.
And delay of game on the offense. Some of the reserves in there for Churchill. Here's a handoff up the middle. Battling, fighting. This is a run from Brady Bousquet. And he's got about 3 yards. Bousquet getting his second carry of the game, and it's 2nd and 13. Under 4 to go. And only a short gain on the carry to the left side. And they went to Krebs again to be 3rd and 11. Crater still with plenty of reason for optimism here. The Comets had 3 wins a couple years ago, 4 wins last year, and already 3 wins this year. Still with the whole schedule ahead, opportunities abound for the Comets. A program under head coach Seth Womack moving in the right direction. A lot of youth on this team. There goes Krebs, pulled down in the backfield. And that was Verstegen who got a hold of Krebs and took him down. It was close to being a horse collar. The officials are right there. There's really no argument from the Churchill players, so maybe just look like from our angle. Might have just been the brute strength of Verstegen to get a hold of his back. 275-pound juniors had that type of game. Or they just decided not to call it. Either way, it's 4th and long. Churchill will punt it away. Lucas Babbitt will punt it away. Gives this one a ride. Godley takes it at his own 20. Trying to run right side. Godley barrels to the 30-yard line with 2:20 to go. Let's see if Crater can get some points on the board here. Comets. They've again outgained Churchill this one. More than 280 yards compared to 260 for the Lancers.
Trace, can you grab that?
Serrano turkey. We got the Serranos for you.
Higginson still in a quarterback. Going to Rodriguez. Spinning, battling. Rodriguez will go for about 4 yards. 2:05 to go. On 2nd and 6. Fake it to Rodriguez. Higginson trying to go deep, and it's incomplete. The only person down there was a defensive back. It's like a miscommunication there with Godley, and it's incomplete. Fake. Higginson throws right. Dangerous. Batted away. Incomplete. Already one pick six. If Churchill could pull that one down, probably would have been still running. With 1:47 left and a 4th and 6 for Crater. Give it to Rodriguez. Got the first down and more. Here goes Rodriguez to near midfield. 15 yards for Valentin Rodriguez, and he goes up and over 200 yards rushing in this game now. Making 207 yards on the ground today for Valentin Rodriguez. And he's going for more. Oh, man. 9 more yards. Credit. Big part of their success is Crater hasn't found the pop play that gets them into the end zone. Got a Know Your Role post-game show coming up soon as the Churchill Lancers sprinting behind a strong defensive effort, 2 forced turnovers, steady, efficient play, building out a 34-0 lead with 1:21 to go. And a 2nd and short for the Crater offense. We've got Zach Kamstra in there at running back. Higginson will throw right side, trying to hit Godley, and he does. First down, he's still on his feet. Godley fighting to the end. And he's got 9 yards. What a half for Godley now. 5 catches for 47 yards. And that's now a 67 pass yard half for Higginson, the quarterback. Kamstra blown up in the backfield. Oh, man. Aiden Pangilinan. This guy is a stud. He's been everywhere. Pick 6. At least 10 tackles. I don't know about solo, but he's been involved in a lot of plays. Heart and soul, this Lancers defense. That's pitching a shutout. Right side, the pass is picked off. Running the other way. Taken down. The 3rd forced turnover. With 41 seconds, Churchill putting a bow on a dominant home performance. I believe that was Kingsley Roberts on the interception. Actually, that was Nick Miller. Number 20, the junior, Nick Miller with the pick. With 41 seconds. Miller and the Lancers forcing 3 turnovers, 2 picks, a fumble, and winning this one 34-0. Churchill takes the knee, and impressive win at home. Crater again will be on a bye next week. Try and lick their wounds and come back stronger, as they'll play Thursday, October 10, a Thursday game at home against Thurston. Churchill's back in action next week, a big matchup with Thurston, especially if the Colts come into that one 5-0 and 4-0 in Midwestern League play. Churchill improves to 3-1. They're 3-0 now in the Midwestern League. Crater drops to 3-2, 2-2 in 5A Special District 4. 34-0 is the final. And now we head in to our post-game show. Wrapping things up here at Halverson Field at Churchill High School. The Know Your Role post-game show presented by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Well, it was Crater offense that moved the ball. They actually outgained Churchill in this game. They had more than 280 yards of offense compared to 260 for Churchill, led by the play of Valentin Rodriguez. 46 carries, 216 yards. They threw for 72 yards in this one as well after throwing for just 5 in the first half. They got things going through the air. Good game out wide for Jackson Godley. 5 catches for 47 yards for the junior. And for Churchill on the ground, it was led by Seville Posse. 2 touchdowns, 20 carries, 131 yards. Quarterback with a couple scores as well. Lucas Ganson with 6 completions, 90 yards, and 2 scores. And a perfect day with no interceptions. TJ Wright, a strong game. 4 catches, 66 yards, and a score for the Churchill Lancers. That wraps up our Know Your Role post-game show presented by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Thanks for watching today on TableRockSports.net. We'd like to thank Churchill High School for welcoming us here, allowing us this opportunity to broadcast our Lithia Superstore game of the night. Our camera operator, Saul Galvan. I'm Chris Clayton. Our executive producer, Joe Brett. Churchill beats Crater 34-0, the final on Table Rock Sports.